Alrighty, and hello everyone. Welcome back to another World of Warships video. And this one is going to be a post-game commentary. There's only one battleship in this match, and Yorktown. You all know how annoying it is to face the alternate line of the US carriers. Very strong fighters, very strong threat, very high capabilities of striking and killing all your teammates. Yorktown is the exception. Her ordnance is a little bit on the lower end, but still very powerful carrier nonetheless. You can see here, we do skip a little bit ahead because nothing really happens in the first minute of the game. Clapped that encounter quite a bit, and here they're terrible. The Enterprise, we are using the new Star Trek skin that Wargaming has provided for me to showcase to you guys. I love it. I think it is one of the best skins that has ever come to this game. A lot of you guys who are the older audience and has watched Star Trek definitely can really like the aesthetics of the skin, the visuals, sound effects. Definitely one of their better skins for sure, and also the fact that they have the commanders, the voiceovers and everything like that. It's pretty good. Other than the price tags and the bundles and such, I would say this collaboration is a near perfect collaboration. I think everything except for one item is locked away behind bundles, if I'm not mistaken. I could be getting it mixed up with another collab, but I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. But yeah, first set of strikes with our rockets, we do a total of 15.6k view from the encounter, but mostly it's going to be just slapping around this destroyer. I mean, he's a French destroyer, doesn't have smokescreen, only has engine boost. And he's still being spotted by my fighter, so I know exactly where he is. That on top of the fact that he is still capping, so that gives me just the perfect idea that he is still in the cap and he's not moving at all. He's not respecting the carrier's threat, especially in Enterprise. For those of you that don't know, the Enterprise is a very strong carrier, not for farming damage, but for basically removing all of their high priority targets such as destroyers, light cruisers, heavy cruisers. Against battleships, she has tools like her torpedo bombers. They have the high US torpedoes, alphas for carriers, so it's like 6.5, 6.9k, something like that. But where the Enterprise really shines is just her rockets. Like you can see it, she has a 3x4 setup, very good H4 rockets. And this is terrible, just not having fun. I mean, she's just straight lining, not really able to do anything. we just finish it off with a detonation. How perfect is that? So we basically 100-0 this guy. Very unfortunate for him, but I mean, he did a multitude of things wrong there. So I mean, what can you do, right? So two of their destroyers are dead, thankfully. So that leaves only one left and a submarine. Atlanta is running down the cap, and their other cruiser is also here. I think that's the Pan-American light cruiser. And so the Enterprise has the AP bombers, and these are 6 bombs that drop. Each has like, I think 4.9k alpha. And the dispersion is very wonky, but when they connect, I mean, they really just do a chunk. Like, you gotta remember that these are AP bombs, so every single citadel that you land, that's unhealable damage. So she's like the perfect carrier just for, you know, if you want to win, you don't care about farming damage. I mean, Enterprise is definitely the way to go. Every single citadel that you land, it's just huge hit for whatever they use citadel. There's that sound effect going off, the DCP sound effect and stuff. Atlanta's just running it down. I'm not really sure what they're doing. I mean, they're just giving their ship away, trying to rush me, I guess. Trying to, you know, obviously the carrier is just right there. I'm like, my position is very aggressive here, but I really wanted to just get closer to cap to just remove these ships in mid. I gave up a little bit more HP than I wish I did, but I mean, I try to get behind this island faster, but autopilot just cuts your carrier speed to just half and quarter speed. So Yorktown is going to be trying to lay a smoke screen for the encounter, get her in, and dropping fighters and spotting me. But that's also very annoying. I'm like their high priority kill here because they see me being so close up. Meanwhile, I'm trying to kill this grunt cruiser, and doing 6k every single strike, so pretty good. And high fire chance, I mean, they just die pretty much. Any cruiser or destroyer that you just keep slapping around with your rockets. Generally, I like to switch back and forth between torpedo bombers and my rockets, but because of just how this game was going and where their ships were positioning, it's one of the rare cases where I do use the bombs a lot more. Now for the AP bombers, when you are going for battleships, you can only citadel a few of them, like Soviet Soviet battleships, the German battleships. Those are all potential targets for you to just citadel like that. But these bombs are not really for battleships, mainly for cruisers and just nuking away their HP. A lot of chances to get citadels with 6 bombs. If I do get spotted there, submarine surfaced, gives you an idea. There he is right there. You really want to be paying attention to your carrier's concealment and what could be a potential like threat. Whoever runs into your area of range. Yorktown is trying to get strikes off on me, but Enterprise fighters are very good. She has 8 fighters. I think, yeah, 8 fighters in her squadron, which is very, very nice. She was originally the carrier in Rework that people went anti-carrier, fighter builds and stuff like that, but now we have the Yorktown, so that role kind of just shifted over. American torpedoes, here we go. 4.6, another 10.3. It's like 15k a pop. Like these things are no joke. So torpedo bombers, definitely you want to use them against, I'd say, stationary or cruisers that you can really nail, but for the most part, battleships will be the way to go because it just removes our 10.3, 5.1, gosh, and a flood. We're already at 100k. Like I said, Enterprise is not really a farming carrier, but when you are given the chance, you really shine, because the thing with Enterprise is not only her reserves are very high for a tier 8 carrier, but also her regeneration on her planes. I think there's I think the rocket squadron is like 40 something seconds, 46, 48 seconds, which is insane for a tier 8 carrier of this strength. And her torpedo bombers and her dive bombers, I think they're like hovering between 50 and 60 seconds. That's just crazy, right? She basically has tier 6 levels of regeneration as a tier 8 premium carrier. So because people were, oh yeah, you see there, I'm shocked with the Venom having DFA. I'm just like, okay, well, you can see how useful DFA really is here. Continuous, for the most part, it's just continuous AA that's just killing my planes, not the flak. But yeah, the Enterprise removed from sail because she's just very good at winning games, and there's not much that the enemy players can really do unless your team just decides to run it down. The sad part is, though, she is removed from store, and we're not sure when she's going to be coming back. I mean, Wargaming does have the big brain where with this collaboration, Star Trek, they have a Enterprise camouflage, but no ship. And then they have a Musashi camouflage for the Arpeggio of Blue Steel, which is coming, I believe, next week. And both of these ships are also going to be available in the giveaway for the PTS update at the end of this month, that you do have to register. And that's going to be testing or giving players the chance to try out the new Rework carriers that was announced, I believe, back in January and December, something like that. And so people who do register and get into that PTS are qualified to enter a giveaway that rewards Musashi and Enterprise. So kind of a big brain there for Wargaming. Here's the more of the rockets showcase. Venom is just an annoying little rat, basically, in this game. Not much I really do against him. I'm just focusing that this encounter because he's the biggest threat to my 2 cruisers that are in mid. And Eisenhower is still full HP. I don't know if you can see that back there. He's still full HP. I don't know how, but I guess this side just steamrolled so easily because we killed that destroyer in the beginning of the game on CCAP. So I guess they were just able to just walk through and then slowly make their way over to BCAP. So in this map, here we go. Everything is just starting to converge over to BCAP now that it's the mid to late game. That's usually how this map plays out in random battles. Everyone just runs it down. So we can't run into BCAP yet because I'm so low of an HP. I don't want to lose my ship. Here's your town fighters being a nuisance again. These fighters are very scary. They basically have enhanced reaction times, so you see how quickly they just tag onto my planes there. I just had to release my squadron and just recall them. So nothing else really happens for the rest of the game. I mean, it's me just trying to get as much little damage as possible. I do go for this Dalian here. Dalian is not... That Dalian is just a light cruiser, just no armor on that thing. But Rocket RNG kind of screws me over here, you'll see in a second. But yeah, Enterprise is definitely a very, very strong carrier, even after all the nerfs that everyone received, such as the AP Alpha nerf and then the addition to the machine guns on the rockets. It's definitely a very strong carrier, just because of the fact that it has these spammable planes, high reserve count, like you see RNG there. High reserve count, fast regeneration planes, high alpha on its AP bombers, and also AP bombs. 6 AP bombs, it has American Alpha US Torbs. It's like, what more do you want on this kind of carrier? Premium, tier 8, one of the best tiers for a carrier to be in, unless you're bottom tiered. It has very good rockets to deal with destroyers. You have tools for everything, basically. There's a little submarine just still chilling there. Can we just appreciate this voiceover? Like, I don't know how they did it, but voiceover is just so good. You just take a look at the minimap there. You can see how quickly I just went into the radius, and then now I get tagged. It's like these things are just so annoying. I see the Benham here who's still chilling. Unfortunately, I don't get any damage off. I don't even think I get any damage off for the rest of the game. But we'll see here in just a second. I'll just let this play out. You can watch me failing every single strike while listening to me yap a little bit. But yeah, I'm personally very excited for the upcoming PTS that is happening at the end of this month. Mainly because I get to see what everyone else believes about the new carriers. Because now that there'll be people recording, making content, and sharing it around, there'll be people playing it themselves and getting a good feel of how the Rework carrier is going. I'm also curious to see what else they changed from when I tested them. And because, you know, obviously things will be changing. We left a lot of feedback and they told me that they did change quite a bit of things. So I'm also looking forward to that kind of stuff. And I mean, you know, this channel is mainly about aircraft carriers. So it's definitely going to be a very high impact to my channel as well. Not just the game, but this will basically determine whether or not I continue playing aircraft carriers, depending on how much they've changed. Like, sure, they are technically still the same, but if they just add so much more to it that it just becomes so unbearable, I just don't think I'll be able to play them. It's just too much brain usage when I just want to relax, you know? You ever get those times where you just want to relax, right? That's why I haven't been posting lately. That's why I haven't been playing the game as much. I just want to chill and not stress over games like this for the warships. But yeah, back to the game. Yapping for quite a bit. 127,000 damage. We do get very close to the Kraken here. 4 kills in. And trying to find this submarine here. You can see that I'm just looking around. I'm using my minimap and also the fact that I have a detected icon on my planes, but my ship is not spotted yet. So this is how I know. I recall and I go back and I basically see the moment that my planes do get detected. Okay, now they're detected, but my ship is still not detected, so that means he's on the other side of this rock. And my destroyer is not spotted either. I thought he was further out because that's where my attack aircraft, the concealment was, the 10-kilometer concealment. And if he's not here, then, which I say negative, then he's definitely on the other side of the rock where where my carrier is. So I'm just like, okay, we have to find this guy. He's legit gonna be like right here. It's my predictions, and thankfully I do predict correctly. And we find him right there. Automatic aircraft nuke incoming. Hit the brakes. Because he's definitely just gonna torp us. So there's the torp. Unfortunately, our AI ASW messes up a little bit and doesn't give us the Kraken that we, I would say, deserve. But what can you do, right? I think if it was a Kraken, it'll boost our base XP up above 2500 because I think we get very close to 2500 in this game. But yeah, there's the game, 127k, and quite a bit of damage there. And you see 2.4k, but yeah, I mean, there we go, Enterprise. All the damage is from Citadels and to the destroyers. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this game, let me know how you feel about the Enterprise and the new rework carriers. And yeah, we can have a little bit of chat in the comment section. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.